The movie The Crucifixion offers a departure from the usual horror movie tropes, delving into a storyline rooted in a real-life incident. Opening in a Romanian church in 2004, the film portrays an exorcism performed by Father Dumitru on a sister named Adelina. Adelina, unfortunately, was genuinely possessed by a demon. Tragically, her condition deteriorated during the exorcism, leading to her death while being transported to the hospital in an ambulance. This shocking event resulted in the arrest of Father Dumitru and 4 other nuns. Initially, Adelina's cause of death, as per the preliminary postmortem report, was attributed to excessive bleeding. However, subsequent examinations revealed that Adelina had been strangled. The narrative introduces journalist Nicole, who develops a personal interest in investigating the case. Her own experiences in the past have caused him to lose faith in God, sparking a connection to this particular incident. Nicole travels to Romania and meets Father Dumitru in prison. During their conversation, the father reveals that when Adelina went to Germany for work, she formed a relationship with a young man. Eventually, their intimacy led to betrayal, leaving Adelina emotionally devastated. Her guilt and subsequent mental breakdown led to her possession by a malevolent entity. In the progression of the movie, Father Dumitru reveals that learning the demon's name requires 3 consecutive days of exorcism. Adelina's possession was attributed to a demon named Icarus. The exorcism was underway and making progress until Father Bishop intervened, abruptly halting the process, believing Adelina suffered from mental illness rather than demonic possession. This premature cessation prevented the demon's expulsion to hell, leaving it lingering in the mortal realm. Tragically, Adelina passed away while being transported to the hospital. Father Dumitru, acknowledging a divine purpose in Nicole's presence, takes him under his guidance, affirming that God has sent Nicole to assist in some capacity. As the narrative unfolds, Nicole travels to Adelina's hometown, coinciding with her ongoing funeral rites. While en route, Nicole narrowly avoids a collision with one of Adelina's family members on the road. Following the funeral, she encounters Sister Vaduva, Adelina's close friend, and her brother, Stefan. Stefan remains reticent, but Sister Vaduva staunchly defends Father Dumitru, absolving him of any blame in Adelina's demise. During a poignant moment at Adelina's funeral chamber as Nicole approaches her body, all the candles suddenly extinguish. A mysterious voice emanates from the other side of a door nearby, leading Nicole to a concealed room. Inside, she discovers bloodstains on the floor alongside a Jesus cross bearing Adelina's name. As she attempts to document this finding, Father Bishop intervenes, instructing Nicole to leave. Undeterred, Nicole persists in his investigation and retires to a nearby hotel. At the hotel, preparations for a festival are underway, prompting Nicole's curiosity. Questioning the hotel manager, she uncovers a disturbing tradition. Upon the death of a nun, it is customary for the locals to wear masks and perform a ritual wherein the deceased nun's heart is removed and incinerated during her final rites, purportedly to prevent the emergence of future possessed nuns. Following his conversation with Father Anton, Nicole was urged to meet Father Bishop. During their meeting, Father Bishop disclosed that Adelina wasn't feigning possession. Rather, she had been deeply despondent upon her return from Germany. Moreover, Father Bishop revealed that Father Dumitru often conducted exorcisms without the Church's sanction, which led to the Church's reluctance to support Dumitru in Adelina's case. Convinced of Dumitru's culpability, Nicole revisited the church, specifically the room where Adelina's exorcism had taken place. To her surprise, she encountered a boy within the premises. Later, on her way back to the hotel, Nicole noticed the same boy again, adopting an unusual posture that seemed indicative of a message he wanted to convey. While returning, she crossed paths with Father Anton. Arriving back at the hotel, Nicole experienced a sense of unease. During her research on the Icarus demon, her laptop screen inexplicably vibrated, sending a shiver down her spine as Icarus seemingly instilled fear in her for the first time. The subsequent day, Nicole met Sister Vaduva once more. She recounted witnessing the demon within Adelina, offering an eerie revelation of her encounter with the malevolent force. And it was a bit like that. Upon Adelina's return from Germany, she sought solace by visiting Father Gabriel at the church, who had been a father figure to her due to her orphan status. Tragically, during her visit, Father Gabriel committed suicide by jumping from the church's rooftop, dying before Adelina's eyes. This devastating incident shattered Adelina, rendering her highly vulnerable to demonic influence. Gradually, she began exhibiting signs of possession, experiencing a deep fear of entering the church and manifesting disturbing occurrences such as insects emerging from various parts of her body. After learning of these unsettling events, Nicole retreated to the hotel. On her way, she encountered Father Anton once more. During their conversation, Nicole recounted a personal tragedy involving her mother's battle with cancer. Despite Nicole's attempts to find a cure, her mother peacefully accepted her fate, stating it was her time to reunite with God. This event significantly impacted Nicole's faith, fostering doubts about religious superstitions and their impact on her mother's fate. Father Anton cautioned Nicole about her lack of faith and fragile state of mind, warning her of being susceptible to demonic influence. Later that night, during the final rites, a peculiar masked boy speaking in Romanian delivered a cryptic message, prompting Nicole to seek clarification from the hotel manager. The manager interpreted the message as "he's watching you," further adding to the unsettling atmosphere. During her sleep, Nicole dreamt of an intimate encounter with Father Anton, but abruptly awoke upon hearing noises outside her door. Peering out, she witnessed what appeared to be Adelina's spirit. The subsequent night, while Nicole was bathing, Father Anton approached with a bottle of wine. Following another dream, Nicole awakens abruptly, realizing it was yet another dream of intimacy with Father Anton. Subsequently, Nicole meets with a doctor who had attended to Adelina. The doctor shares unsettling information, recounting that during Adelina's initial hospitalization, she believed the nurses were conspiring to harm Adelina. The doctor diagnosed Adelina as a mentally disturbed patient. That night, on Nicole's way from the hospital to the hotel, her car suddenly halted, marking the onset of the demonic presence. As the demon attacked, Nicole sought help from Father Anton, who swiftly intervened, rescuing her. They sought refuge in the church for the remainder of the night. During her journey back home, Nicole encountered Father Gabriel's grave. To her surprise, she discovered that both her father's and mother's dates of death coincided. As sunlight fell upon Father Gabriel's grave, a memory surfaced of her mother's belief that sunlight served as divine guidance. This recollection resonated with Father Anton's warning about demons manifesting through physical touch. Adelina remained mentally fragile, contributing to her vulnerability to possession. According to Nicole, Father Gabriel and the possession were linked, as Adelina's mistake led to Father Gabriel's demise, potentially enabling demonic possession. Seeking answers, Nicole revisited the church to investigate. There, she inquired about Father Gabriel's last exorcism, discovering it was performed on someone named Amana, revealing the boy's actual name. Investigating further, Nicole learned the boy's father was the one who needed the exorcism, not the boy himself. It was the father who called Father Gabriel for help, leading to the demon's name being recorded as Icarus. Nicole realized the boy's father was the original host for the demon. She understood the demonic transference, where the demon utilized human bodies as vessels, transferring from one host to another periodically. Realizing the situation, Nicole attempted to convey this discovery to Anton over the phone, but instead heard the voice of demon Icarus, who swiftly possessed her. Upon Father Anton's arrival, armed with the demon's name, he initiated the fourth and final stage of the exorcism, the expulsion process. With his knowledge, Father Anton successfully banished the demon back to hell. Post-exorcism, Nicole revealed to Anton that her mother had fought Icarus, sacrificing herself to protect her daughter, restoring Nicole's faith in the Creator. As the exorcism concluded, Father Anton and Nicole emerged from the ordeal, marking the end of the movie The Crucifixion, showcasing the triumph of faith and the vanquishing of malevolent forces through unwavering resolve and belief in the divine. If you found the movie explanation interesting, please give the video a thumbs up and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below.